Something up?
Начнемся с этого.
All right. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, that. Don't tell anyone, but you wouldn't believe how many fights you can prevent by just pretending to know that stuff. I mean, it doesn't compare to wearing a lightsaber, but then again, that doesn't seem to help you much. Ah! What? You damn Jedi are all the same. Give you a little... Stay out of my head! Yeah? So what? I don't ask any dumb questions about your past, despite the fact that it keeps throwing us into life-threatening situations. Wanna know why? I figure if you ever want to tell me something, you will. So give me the same respect, alright? Well, hey, thanks. But you've got the wrong guy. I'm good at shooting people, cracking wise, and pretending to know how to fight with my hands. Alright.
Не, я сейчас попробую сделать так, чтобы было получено именно максимально получить на него влияние из этого диалога. Можно, в принципе, не получить слишком темной стороны. Убеждение силой.
Something up? Huh? Oh, I'm... Well, hey, thanks.
Ля, ну нет. Если с остальным мы тоже получали, я тоже получать не хочу, так что давайте. Договоримся.
Something up. Alright. Huh? Oh, I mean... Yeah? So what? I don't ask any dumb questions about your past. Wanna know why? Well, hey, thanks.
То есть я потерял. Такое себе. Надо посмотреть, как можно более эффективно для этого дела получить влияние. Не получаешь с этой стороны вообще.
Something up? Huh? Oh, I mean... Yeah? So... Wanna know... Well...
Самое эффективное для нас это вот это решение с получением очков с темной стороны.
Look, I didn't want to say anything, but I've heard about the Force and what it does to people who can't control it, or themselves. And it shows in everything you... That's what you think. Trust me, there's a reason you're changing. It's because it's corrupting you. I can't help but feel it. All of us can. Whatever that witch is doing to you, she's dragging you down into whatever hole she crawled out of. Well, you're starting to get creases. You could pass for the old witch's son. Something up?
Так, давайте-ка еще раз хочу этот диалог еще раз послушать. Сори, что так много связками, просто очень хочется не тот сейф. Просто очень хочется побольше всего узнать из этой игры.
Look, I didn't want to... I've heard about the... That's what... I can't... Well, you're starting to get creases. You could pass for...
Такое себе. Извините за фон. Так, по-моему, на Телосе не надо в любом случае сходить сдать квест. На это дело я с собой возьму, пожалуй. Ну, атомная точно с собой возьму. Кого из них? Прислужницу я не буду брать по одной причине. Ее тоже можно сделать, в принципе. Хотя мы ожидаем. Да и с собой балдуру можно. Балдур, в принципе, сейчас очень хорошо себя проявляет. Я доволен. На секунду, ребят. Я здесь. Так. В прошлый раз, ну и в этот раз, собственно,
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities.
Без... Что? Вы сейчас серьезно? Они меня убили? Ну, как бы такое себе. Сложный бой. Казалось. Давайте засейвимся перед ним.
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to recitate.
Так, надо вот так сделать.
Settle this.
Надо думать, что здесь сделать можно. Нет, там ты не должен быть. Я должен побывать на секунду. У тебя КП нет вообще. Практически. Они очень серьезные соперники. Такого не ожидал даже. Постоянно использовать щиты. Сражение не из легких. Так, что у нас по атому? Ну, атом почти сделал вот это не радует. Да. Это начнешь с этого. Так, в смысле? Ты вот по нему так, я думаю... Все, я справился. Давайте сходим на корабль, чтобы восстановить себе ХП и ману. Кстати, здесь нет, как в первой части, транзита к кораблю. Без этой функции очень грустно играть. То есть нет мгновенного тхила. Просто у меня очень мало аптечек. Надо будет сейчас гонять к торговцу и закупиться. Ну, как раз пока мы здесь, давайте вот это сделаем. Уже скоро он будет готов. Ну, я думаю, это тоже стаб партия ставлю. Прею. А, ну, получается, мы не отхилились даже. Ладно. Я думаю, без этого переживем.
So you've returned. While I was disturbed,
Это мы слышали в прошлой серии.
Yeah. And if there's nothing else, I've got a job. What is it? The real... Oh, what is it? Docking Bay 3. Batnar Shada? Sounds like... Here's the reward for the information. What is it? I see. Well, you certainly... Here it is.
Отлично. Этого вполне хватит. Надо что-то делать с защитой, а то меня прям очень сильно отбивали сейчас дроиды. Комплекция 13 надо бы. До 14 все довести, чтобы бонус был +2. Что у нас тут есть? А, мы тут можем собрать кредиты.
أنت سكريم صوتشي نور تحرم بيدشوك والليدو ونرام أني كدوس ورناجن باني
Больше не смогу разговаривать. Кто это такая?
Hey there! Care for a game? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only here to relax and play.
Раз, так.
So you're back.
Это, видимо, какой-то все равно персонаж, который будет задействован один. Потому что не понимаю, не вижу смысла в том, что вы должны взять персонажа, который не будет задействован нигде. Ни в одном квесте. Такс. Мантия серого джедая нам теперь по карману, но... Вот видите, Баладур не может носить ни одну мантию. Боевая чай, не броня. Интересно. Тандашанский боедоострый меч. На самом деле я пришел сюда не совсем за этим. Изолированные перчатки, камаянские рукавицы. Так, давайте показать список вещей на продажу. Эту штуку мы точно продаем. Да. Ну вот это урон 1-1, ну что это такое? Кто с этим у меня в команде будет ходить? Ну там. Силовая пика, ну такое, посмотрим. Пока что оставлю. Бластер Беннека, мандалорианский бластер. Ну, бластер Беннека мы подадим, он не нужен. Тоже не нужно вроде как. Готовка расщепитель 1.10, полномодифицируемый. Но если с ним можно что-то сделать хорошее, то в принципе можно и продать. Эту штуку можно продать 2.14. Это я с ней ходил. Ладно, пока я оставлю. Пока что думаю, что этого вполне хватит. Этих денег мне вполне хватит. Карта по заказу. Такие все. Посмотрим, что у тебя есть. Серебряный кристалл, ну, такое себе. Военный меч ситхов. Вот эти вот броня. Ну, они какие-то такие себе. У меня, по-моему, такая же есть. Все. Эту штуку можно купить так. Это винтовка, короче, шпитель, по-моему. С этой сниму оптику тогда. С этой тоже все сниму. Что на эту можно поставить такого прям хорошего? Что значит точно, если честно? С ней уже можно побегать никуда, что не знаю. Даже качаться в ближний бой. Что у меня по квестам еще здесь есть? Короче, ничего, здесь уже нет смысла. Хотя, если сходить в офицерку, может там что-то есть. Если что, потом оттуда транзитимся к кораблю. Ну, почти к кораблю. Вон у нас. Есть тут какие-нибудь квесты.
Welcome back.
В таком случае уходим отсюда. Не знаю, куда полетим, наверное, сюда, может быть, другим в принципе. Ну вот на какой-то летит, вероятнее всего. Ну, мы так сами ничего хотели просто пока что. Чем он беру, что это пока что рано. Что целых много. Здесь ничего нет. Поехали отсюда. Надо достичь темной стороны. Даже не знаю, как куда полетим. Ну, блин, скорее всего, на Дантуин. Это самое такое место. Безопасное, наверное. Не факт. Не факт. Что оно безопасно. Марш дает кольцо. Чё? Марш нам обязательно слетаем, только нужно побольше поговорить с Атоном о разных вещах, побольше с ним путешествовать. Что возьмем Атона, Крею, наверное, хотя с Балдуром. Нет, возьму Атона и Так, пожалуй. Да.
Another visitor? You must be here to join in the plunder of the old Jedi Enclave. You have to see Administrator Adari first. You're one of the salvagers, right? Your ship looks banged up enough to be part of that lot. But you look different. Then who are you? The only recent visitors we've had on Dantooine have been salvagers and a slew of mercenaries. We get a lot of that here too. Ever since the Enclave got slagged, seems half the people that visit are smugglers or worse. You probably want to head to Kunda then. Kunda is the big building just outside the landing port. It used to be the estate of a man named Matali, but he and his family disappeared around the time of the bombardment. The administrator rebuilt it, and now this is our center of government. I know it doesn't look like much, but there aren't many settlers that live on this planet. This building is the start of something new for us. We're very proud of it. Have you ever sliced a Jedi security door? The old ruins are secure from salvagers unless they get permission from Adare. She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attack, she kept us together. Without her, the only thing you'd see around here are mercenaries. We had problems with Mandalorian mercenaries even before the Jedi Civil War. The Jedi helped clear most of the problem up, but after the war, many soldiers from both sides of the conflict became mercenaries. And since we're so far from the core, some started gathering here. The difference between an out-of-work mercenary and a raider is a vibroblade's edge. The only thing we can prove they've done is intimidate a few farmers. The farmers give them goods, money, or food just to stay on their good side. The only one that isn't scared of them is the administrator. There have also been a lot of disappearances recently, and not all of them can be blamed on Cath hounds. But nobody can prove the mercenaries are responsible. A farmer here and there, or a family. We lost enough people during the war that keeping the Cath hound and Kinrath populations under control hasn't been possible. So there are a lot of animal attacks. Some deaths, too. The disappearances might be just coincidence, but a lot of the stubborn folks seem to be more accident-prone. Just head into the building and you'll find your way to the administrator. I'll be over by the entrance if you need anything else.
Понятненько. Так. Секунду. Есть варианты разные, что можно сейчас сделать. Я даже не знаю. Я бы хотел сюда привезти уже с еще одним компаньоном, которого у меня пока нету, которого я могу, в принципе, получить в скором времени. Думаю, сейчас. Скорее всего, сейчас полетим все-таки. Так, ладно. На самом деле с Балдуром. Влияние на Балдура здесь получить можно будет. Будешь. Так, о. Что же произошло? Она нас нашла. Урон большой, однако. У меня последнее сохранение было авто. Вот сюда. Надо думать, что с ней сделать. Я думаю, что, скорее всего, я ее сейчас без особого труда смогу убить, если я нормально сейчас сделаю все. Почему-то я накинул на нее безумие, но она не застанилась. Давайте сохранимся. Что, вторая попытка? Спас бросок, понятно. Давайте я накину на себя дворянский щит ближнего боя. Пока что буду пользоваться щитами. Блин, на аптечку вообще нет. Надо делать аптечки. Ого. Безосильный соперник. Так. Что будем делать? Давайте подумаем сразу. Во-первых, я не буду кидать на нее безумно, у нее работает спас-броски. Я лучше кину на себя свою доблесть. Ой, нет, не так. Не так, вот так. Надо что-то придумать. Срочно. Я не рассчитывал, что я так рано ее встречу. Собственно, поэтому у меня и проблемы. Какая же она сильная. Надо думать. Надо думать, чтобы сделать. Ну, поможет ли мне это? Если у меня будут такие спас-броски, я никогда не буду. Если она будет доставать эту силу, то я тем более не люблю. Шансы пока есть. Да. Я победил. Неужели?
Destroyed it. I yield, Master. It is as I heard through the Force. My life for yours. I have nothing to offer you. Your strength is superior. It is as I felt.
Now I've seen everything. This woman, she's a Miraluka. I didn't think any were left in this part of the galaxy. I heard they had a colony on the Midrim, almost halfway between Onderon and Dantooine. Then, it wasn't there anymore. The whole planet was wiped out. Nothing left alive. No one knows why. Well, some of her wounds are pretty bad. Looks like she was already carrying her share of scars, though. I think she...
She is a threat to us. I am not asking that she be harmed or interrogated, but she is of the Sith, and she has attacked us once. She should not be allowed to walk freely on the ship.
Нет, меня это не устраивает. Такой вариант развития диалога меня не устраивает. Давайте я еще раз с ней сражусь. Я, наверное, сейчас еще пару раз не отвечу. Я просто хочу получить влияние на Бриану. Что я еще могу сделать? Даже не знаю. Ничего. Сбросить. Можно сберечь. Боже мой. Как это сложно, Иисус. Да, здесь у меня... Окей, пускай это будет стоять. Так. Важно, чтобы таких спецдосков было минимум. Надеюсь, они сношат. Толкнулись. Попробуем. О, у нас сработало? Да, не сработало. А мне не о чем делиться. Половина стрима сейчас будет, короче, без виза смар, судя по всему. Сложно. Очень сложно одному сражаться в бою против человека, который использует свой меч. Здесь можно сейчас сражаться. Она сваншотила меня сейчас full хп. Простите, что? Почти full хп. Есть еще. Птичка, мне не жалко ее потратить.
Well,
Этот вариант.
She is a threat to us. I am not asking that she be harmed or interrogated, but she should not be allowed to walk freely on the ship.
Что мы получили в итоге? Получено влияние визис. Ну, хотя бы мы с тобой остались в нейтральных отношениях.
Yes. Yes, your features, your stance. Atris spoke of such Jedi who followed Revan. Because there is a chance of redemption within all of us, and there is no point at which the dark side completely No, it is what I believe. You may ask. Training is something reserved for certain caste members of the Echan. I do not understand how you and Atris fight, but I will instruct you on how Echan. All Echani fighting principles rely on foundations. If one does not understand the most basic of fighting moves, it is not possible to understand the higher tiers. It is similar to learning the alphabet of a language before being able to use words, then sentences. As a foundation, I will instruct you in our elementary movements. It is not something that can be described. Let us duel, you and I, and that shall teach you more than my words can. Use only your hands and feet to strike at me, nothing else, or our combat shall be over. Do not resort to using any items or any force techniques you may possess. Very well. I shall match my movements to resist your efforts. And do not hold back, or I will hurt you.
Ну, я, собственно, для этого ее не прокачивал. Хотя она по-прежнему дамажит меня больше, чем я ее. Это при том, что у нее 6 левел, а у меня 12. Урона наносит больше.
You fought well, but you announce your motions before attacking, sometimes quite loudly. Take as long as you need. Of course, I do not wish to be hurt. If you wish to hurt me, then you must try harder. It is not a contest of raw strength. Very well. As a foundation, it is not you. Very. You fought well indeed. You have caught the principles of the style by watching and anticipating. Before you go, there is something. Why did you go back? I see. It was always something I was curious about. To walk to... You may have.
Ну, типа с ней очков с этой стороны не избежать в диалогах. Это есть небольшая проблема. Давайте поговорим с Миссис, что нам еще остается.
My life for you. I am able to serve. If we enter battle, I felt you, heard you through the Force. It was like a sound at the edge of hearing. I serve my master. My master was aware of a disturbance in the Force, but was unaware of its nature. There is little my master does not know, and that you eluded his sight for so long is significant. But I do not know why. You cannot. His vessel roams the borders of known space, and even I do not know where he even if I could lead you to my master. I cannot permit you to find him until you are ready. If I bring you before my master, untested, without your potential realized, then you will be lost to me, and I cannot allow that to happen. It would be as if one brought fire to a paradise valley, shattered a cavern of rare crystal, or blinded a painter. It is a choice that can be made by neither one of us. Do not be so quick to meet that which you do not understand. Use the time you have now to grow, to train, and to strengthen yourself. I felt you, heard you through the Force. It was like a sound at the edge of hearing. And when I heard it, I found I could not ignore it. I am not familiar with the place you speak of. My master has not entered Republic space for some time, but there are others who may move more freely, who may have been responsible for such an act of destruction.
Секундочку.
There are many factions within the Sith, all seeking to take what little remains in the wake of the Jedi Civil War. Where one moves, it is not always known to the others. But their purpose is the same. The death of all Jedi, everywhere. They believe you are the last of the Jedi, and their hatred of the Jedi unites them. All their eyes are upon you, and it is a terrible, quiet darkness that pursues you.
Секунду.
I will... My master did not cause the end of the planet you speak of. There are many factions within the Sith, all seeking to take what little remains in the wake of the Jedi Civil War. Where one moves, it is not always known to the others. But their purpose is the same. The death of all Jedi, everywhere. They believe you are the last of the Jedi, and their hatred of the Jedi unites them. All their eyes are upon you, and it is a terrible, quiet darkness that pursues you. My people once had the power to perceive events, to see through them. That sight may manifest itself in many ways, and at times, I may affect the... My sight has been damaged. What I have taught you, it is not the full... My master, he has crippled me. I have seen the galaxy as it truly is, and it has left its mark. It is not something I can explain, for the words are... It is not something I speak of. My life. I am prepared for whatever... I understand now. I shall practice my life. I am prepared. I understand now.
Так, стоп. Что она выучила? Моделирование разума? Что это такое? Секунду.
My life.
Ну, давайте сходим еще к Рэй и Катану. Я не знаю, наверное, закончу стрим на этом. Уже 6:30.
You have befriended the... Her species does not see as we do. They perceive the galaxy through the Force, and it is how she... Despite your urges, it would be better to deal with her now, whether you intend salvation. She serves one of the greatest of the Sith. She is the most trusted, and only a... We shall see. There may be value in such a choice to keep her alive. Whatever your intentions toward her, keep them restrained. Whether mercy or lust, we have... Is that so? Well, perhaps there will be a second chance for her to inflict harms. It is good that you have never wondered what lay beneath her robes, if her alabaster skin was as white and unblemished as her face, or if perhaps she bore the scars of slavery, and if that would stir you more, if perhaps her deferent tone would change once you held her by the throat. Few are the thoughts that can hide in the shadows of your mind, exile, and such... No? Then perhaps I was simply mistaken. See to it that you do not ever think such thoughts. Mating with her will bring more harm than you know. Like the servant of Atris, this one has other masters. Her presence here is a threat to us. To you. Do not underestimate... Then you are learned. Did he? And what do you make of that? The Mandalorians were right to respect you. The Jedi are gone, vanished. Now, an entire planet of Force sensitives wiped clean of life. And now this slice of the galaxy is blind. It is no coincidence. The two events are tied. I fear you are right. And I fear it may prove more than that. War is a hunger. But there is little to be done about it now. Watch the seer carefully. She... Ask. He, if he can truly be called a man any longer, is one of the Dark Lords that pursues you. I do not think he knows. He spared the Miraluka, and that may have been the last shred of feeling that exists within him. Keep his slave close to you. I suspect there was a reason he spared her, and perhaps a reason that she survived when the rest of her people and the Jedi... One cannot have power of that magnitude that her master possesses and still think and perceive the universe as we do, as most of us do. I had hoped that you would not have to confront him, but her presence here has changed all that. You will have to meet him in battle. You must be prepared to sacrifice the blinded one. Perhaps her death will buy you the time you need to deal with... If you have such power, then I would make use of it. There is no need to dirty your hands when you can convince another to drive a blade into their own heart. Oh, you have promise. But wait until you have more years fall upon you, and you will see what a... Perhaps he is bound to her, as I am bound to you. If so, there may be a death. You must be prepared to sacrifice the... It is a technique that is almost as old as the Sith themselves. It is a means of severing connections between life. It cannot be taught. It can only be gained through instinct, through experiencing its effects firsthand. Yes, and he fed upon its destruction. It will sustain him for a time. Power? Do you think so? You would be wrong. There is no strength in the hunger he possessed, and it devours him. Nothing is impossible with the Force. It is an energy that flows, and like energy, it may be harnessed, channeled, and consumed at times. Do not think of his power as one would a weapon, or one of your warships of the Republic. It is the sect of assassins that chase you feed on the Force. And that is why they and their techniques must be wiped out. No one again must experience and learn what her master did. As much as one may use the Force to bolster the wills and strengths of others, the reverse is possible, though not often used. Instead of sending one's will through connections in the Force, instead such connections are... Then you understand how terrible such a power is. And it is an empty road to the dark side, and by traveling, he is a breach in the Force, capable of consuming. It is not something he can direct or focus, much like hunger itself. He is more of a whole. Force sensitives and worlds rich in the Force draw him. The Miraluka world, that is why where the Jedi gather, Jedi will die. He will feel it, unless they mask their presence. But Qatar called out as a beacon to him, and he could not resist it. And he cares nothing for the Sith, or its teachings, or the Jedi. And when the Jedi are dead, he will feed on the galaxy, the Republic, and eventually consume the Sith as well. There is no future in the empty galaxy he sees, and that is why he must be stopped. The breach must be sealed before his power grows beyond what even we can hope to stop. Ask. I misspoke. And... Very well. She did nothing to your eyes that was not already. She has forced this upon you, but such crude methods are the marking. Close your eyes. Feel this ship around you. Listen to my words. Hear the sound of the handmaidens training in the cargo hold, her hands cutting the air. The welding of the droid as it goes about its work. Now, stretch. Hear the rumble of hyperspace, the hum of the hyperdrive. Ignore distractions and focus the breathing of the blinded one as she meditates in the dark. Now, listen deeper.
As my feet walk from the ashes of Qatar, I shall not fear, for in fear lies...
You are strong indeed. What you heard were surface thoughts only, but it is something that masters have trained for years. That is not the real question you should ask. Is such listening enough to perceive the world around you? It is not, because to listen to the thoughts of another is much like attempting to see the universe only with your eyes. It is equally limiting. Now leave me be. I must rest.
Ну, сила у меня больше, чем ХП.
Yes. Very. When I spoke of sight before, there is a similar handicap that tends to occur among those strong in the Force. They neglect their skills. Some believe the greatest wielders of the Force are those that maintain some ground. Some wielders of the Force have mastered piloting, others the ability to fix and repair and build, from simple moisture vaporators to more complex machines such as droids and vehicles. One's ability to understand the human body and its ailments, for example, can make your powers within the Force more complete, more powerful, when you attempt to repair the cellular damage of another. And others have mastered the more subtle work of politics, persuasion. Do not doubt that a galaxy may be conquered with words, a republic overthrown, and an empire made. When such skills are honed, one's abilities with the Force become that much stronger. My warning to you is this. Do not rely on your companions to compensate for your weaknesses in skill. There will be times they will not be there. What skill would you say is your greatest strength? And what skill would you say is your greatest weakness? Then my task before you is this. Take your greatest weakness, devote effort to it, strengthen it, and I will show you how it... As you learn and train and test yourself against the galaxy, when you devote some of that training to your weakest skill, you will know. Ask. Combined, united against the Jedi, they command legions of Sith. But above these legions there are 3 who must be stopped. As long as any one of them lives, then we, and all life, are doomed. One bathes in pain, feeds on it for sustenance. The other has ceased being a living being, so consumed by hunger that he has forgotten his own flesh. And the last is a creature of betrayals, for without such things there is no hope. Even now she is difficult to see. She must remain hidden for now until the time is right. If not, then all our efforts will be for nothing. In this you must trust me. If she is exposed too soon, then this war will be over before it has begun. Yes, of pain he has learned much. Of knowledge, of teaching, he knows nothing. Like the others, he was spawned by the horrors of the Mandalorian Wars. He exists solely to spread his... He, if he can truly be called a man any longer, is one of the Dark Lords that pursues you. I do not think he knows. He spared the Miraluka, and that may have been the last shot. Keep his slave close to you.
Так, ну да, мы уже слышали.
Ask. I misspoke before, and I do not... He... There are countless...
Кстати, вот об этом можно поговорить.
Does it?
Так, мы слышали. Остается только узнать у нее про Ревана, и сейчас я хочу спросить у нее еще про прислужницу.
There are countless reasons, and I have not... No, she may have her uses. I will abide her presence. Because Atris is a threat, and as much as she would try to use us against you, so may we use her. Do not see every enemy as an enemy. See them instead as an ally, whether they realize it or not. This situation may yet work to... Good. That is the most to be done until events unfold, as I'm sure...
Отлично. О, какая иконка уже у меня. Мне нравится больше, чем там. Она красивенькая. Но у меня просто главное, чтобы вот этого диалога с время с послушницей не потерялось. Который, кстати... Ого! Ого! Неплохо так. Не знаю, что-нибудь потом я дам. Как оружие. Стойкость. Наручи. Сюда. Так, силовой план сюда. У меня уже все персонажи темные, реально. То есть все, кроме Крей, ну на Крей не так сильно влияют. Крей, наверное, всегда останется нейтральным. Неплохо. Не радует.
Yes? I do not think you are ready for further instruction. Each movement of our arts demands some time to use the art in battle, or to examine how it may be best. Duels among the Ichani are rituals, and it does not allow for arm. Your modesty has no place in combat. Even the youngest of the Ichani understand this. You should. It is the way of the Ichani to be able to read their opponents, to know where an opponent is going to strike before it connects, anticipate it, and then strike against them. Ichani battles are fought several minutes in advance. In many ways, it is much like the game of Dejarik, played in the core systems. The most advanced among the Ichani are able to predict the course of battles by months, and the most revered are said to be able to predict the path of wars. Only Revan ever demonstrated such skill in war, and even as he slaughtered us, the Ichani still respected him. You are already doing it. If you do not know you are doing it, then training will make you a dangerous opponent indeed. Come, as we fight more, I will teach you. Do not think about predicting my moves. You are doing better. At first I was afraid that your awareness of your own ability might ruin it, but that is not. You learn quick. Perhaps it is your connection to the Force that allows such things. But I do not. Now you fight as an Ichani warrior.
Wow. Походу, из-за того, что у нее нет ХП, я без боя ее выиграл. Ну, то есть мы не дрались, но мне зачиталась победа на ней. Интересно.
Yes? I do not think you are ready for further instruction. Each movement.
Насколько говорит, нет. Все, я понял. Так, здесь у нас ничего нет. Давайте Т3 поговорим, где бы он ни был сейчас. Скорее всего, где-то здесь был, этого нет.
Hey, General. Maybe the others don't know what's happening, but I can see what's going on, and the others have felt it too. You can't hide it, General. Just look at your face. I saw other Jedi who looked like you during and after the... It's that woman. You have to get away from her. She'll destroy you. Just be careful, General. You don't know what she wants, and she's got some goal. Was there something? Let me see what... No, you're still missing something else. Yes?
Так, ну с тобой мне не о чем говорить. Ну, если сможешь что-нибудь еще скажет.
My life. I will... My master. It is...
Жаль. Но она должна будет меня научить использовать силу для того, чтобы победить что-либо.
I don't know what that witch did to you, but she's dragging you down into whatever hole. I'm only saying this because there's still a chance. That's what you think, but it's gonna rot you. The signs... Alright.
Ну, давайте же скорее поговорим, мы закончим на этом.
Yes. Have you? Very. There is nothing more that I can teach you now. Wait until you have grown in the force.
Хорошо. Ладно, ребят, всем спасибо большое за то, что присутствовали на стриме. Всем удачи, всем пока. У нас начался стрим, который будет, наверное, в следующей неделе.